So we're right in the middle of a really interesting confrontation within the Republican Party. This isn't normal. This isn't typical. Former President Donald Trump has endorsed David Perdue in the Republican Georgia gubernatorial primary. On the other hand, Trump's own Vice President Mike Pence has endorsed Perdue's opponent, Brian Kemp, the incumbent, in that very same Georgia gubernatorial Republican primary. Tonight, we will hopefully know the results of that election. It's not looking good for David Perdue, meaning it's not looking good for Donald Trump's endorsement. But the part I want to focus on today, because we'll have those results tomorrow, is the increased escalation and tension and attacks between Donald Trump and Mike Pence. Most of it, by the way, coming from Trump in the direction of Pence. Yesterday, Donald Trump appeared on the Real America's Voice show outside the Beltway. It's a completely unhinged, delusional show, but a very manic sounding Trump flipped out on Mike Pence in this hysterical interview. Let's take a look at this. And remember, this is not normal. And Trump seemingly turning on almost everyone. Common move of narcissists. As soon as people are no longer useful to you or loyal to you or willing to do whatever you tell them to do, you turn on them. Take a look.
Well, I'm very disappointed in Mike, as a lot of people are, and he's just very greatly disappointed in me. He had a great opportunity, and all he had to do is send it back to the legislatures.
Now, remember, Trump continues to insist that Mike Pence should have and could have rejected the electoral results on January 6, 2021, and say, states, each of you decide who actually won in your state. Now, unfortunately for Trump, Pence couldn't do that. There's actually no real mechanism. The states had already said, here are our votes. It's delusional, but Trump continues to attack Pence for it.
Them decide, because when you had all of that ammunition, when you had all of those things being said about the election, and you had all of the proof that Peter Navarro and others, many others, were talking about, it would have been very easy to send it back and have them come back. So I'm very disappointed at at the stance he took. But that's his, we're a country. It was very interesting. They said he had no choice. But in the meantime, they go and try and change the law so he can't do it. So that means he did have a choice. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see when it all happens. But all I know is this: our country has probably never been worse than it is right now. I think we're in the greatest danger ever of a nuclear war. I would have never thought that would have happened. We're in the greatest danger of a nuclear war where it's just...
So as you can see, the question was about the possibility that Mike Pence will run against Trump. And he just can't stay focused on one thing. He's talking about nuclear war. He's talking about the impossibility of what he wanted Mike Pence to do. But the important thing is, he essentially at this point has completely turned on his own former vice president. That's not normal.
Great danger. We're not a respected country anymore. So get out there. So important. This is a very, very big election that's coming up.
And by the way, on respected country, this is not a matter of my opinion. It's a matter of global opinion, but it's not a matter of my opinion. Every serious global study of America's reputation around the world shows that since Trump left and Biden came in, respect for the United States has increased in just about every country. Not every country. I think Russia did prefer Trump, but just about every country. Trump's just wrong.
This is going to be big stuff. So David Perdue, just work hard, David. Work hard. We're going to have a big day tomorrow. John Gordon also, Jody Heiss, Patrick Witt. And you know what? You have to get out there and just vote for every single one, including Jake Evans, because Jake Evans is going to do a fantastic job. So good luck, everybody.
Yeah. Mr. President, just one last thing. I just want everybody to know, I never said this to you publicly, but the worst thing Mike Pence did to you on January 6th is not share that fake legal opinion he had with either you or Pat Cipollone, the White House legal counsel.
This is Peter Navarro, by the way, Trump's former economic advisor, a lunatic in his own right.
Duty to you, sir, as commander-in-chief. He had a duty to this country. He had a duty to the people of America to show that flawed legal opinion. He did not do that. Instead, he stuck the knife not in your back but in your chest. And for that, nobody in this country should consider Mike Pence to be anything other than but retired.
All right.
Wow. Guys, this is outrageous. This is bizarre. You don't see stuff like this. And the real question, and my hope is that the answer is yes, is will this rift ultimately work to hurt the Republican voters in the sense of, will they stay home? Will they say, well, I don't know. I mean, Pence is endorsing this person, but Pence is bad according to Trump, but Trump is good according. Maybe I'll just stay home. I don't know. That's my interest in this, is in it being bad for Republicans. We got one new poll about 2022 yesterday that doesn't look good for Republicans. Let's see if it continues, and ultimately we will know what happens in November. One of our sponsors is Toodaloo, the plant-based trail mix that's delicious and climate conscious. It's hard for me to pick my favorite thing about Toodaloo. The sweet and savory flavors are great. Toodaloo regenerates 100 square feet of polluted farmland with every purchase and gives to causes that are fighting plastic pollution. Every bag has 35 grams of plant-based proteins. There's no refined oil or processed sugars or artificial flavors. The stuff I try to avoid, it's not in there. You can pronounce all of the ingredients. I've been snacking on Toodaloo regularly at home while I'm working. My favorite flavor is the spicy citrus, raw nuts, pumpkin and flower seeds, apple, pineapple, chickpeas with a spicy lemon lime kick. You can also get barbecue, chocolate clusters, coffee. One of my favorites is maple brittle. Listen, guys, my roots are in New England. Of course, maple. It's delicious. No ingredients to feel guilty about. It's just a great snack, and it's a company that's doing good things for the planet, and they support our show. So go to toodaloo.com/Pacman, use the code Pacman for $5 off. The link is down below.